Why didn't you say present today? I put absent for you. You joined late, Anandan?
Yes, ma'am, I joined late.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning to all.
Good
Once
morning,
again.
ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Good
Fine.
morning,
Yeah, ma'am.
How many times you want to ask me? How are you? Fine. Anandesh, tell me what do you mean by the word sedimentation?
Ma'am, sedimentation, ma'am, solid objects settling down in the bottom while the clear water in the up.
Okay, fine. Okay, Agnay, what do you mean by the word decantation?
I'm pouring the water into another container while the mixture remains on the bottom.
Okay, when this decantation takes place?
After sedimentation.
After sedimentation. Okay, so we can say simply, you can say in your language that heavier substance is the settling down of heavier substances in a mixture at the bottom is known as sedimentation, and separation of the lighter substance or a solution. Okay, lighter substance or solution removing after sedimentation is known as decantation. Okay, so that's what we have learned in the last classes, sedimentation and decantation. Okay,
You didn't give
now
the definition for sedimentation. You didn't tell us.
but in the notes it was given, no? Do you want to write again? In the note it is given already, correct?
Okay, ma'am.
So that's why I told I don't want you repeat, because it is already in the note is given. So separation of two components in a such a way that heavier substances settle down. So that is known as sedimentation. Since a note is given, I told him better not to write. Those who want, you can write. Just write simple way. Okay, don't write like that. You can just write separation. Change the color. Separation of heavier you can say simple way in your lecture note to understand. Settling down of heavier substance at the bottom. So if you write this also in the exam, it's okay, I'll give you mark. So it's not necessary print a note. I have given a little more modified way. This is a simple way to explain that. Settling down of heavier substance at the bottom of a container in a mixture.
Ma'am,
Okay.
you have said to send the 16th question in.
No, I have not sent it correctly. I have not sent it because I wanted to see water and petrol. That we cannot do any of this process actually. It's out of syllabus. So that I will change it and then I'll give you. Okay. Up to 15. Up to
we can write this.
Up to 15 you complete in the notes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So settling down of heavier substance at the bottom of a container in a mixture, or you can write the same definition what I have given in the note also. Okay. So this is, you can understand little more easier way. Settling down of heavier substance at the bottom of a container in a mixture. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I wrote that 16th question.
15th you can write. Don't write 16th. Don't write 16th.
I accidentally wrote full.
It's okay, no problem.
Ma'am, can you show
You can just cut it off that. Okay, no problem.
Ma'am, can you show the condition?
Yes. Can I change it? Can I change the slide?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, I think those who are absent, you will able to see this picture. From this, you will understand what you mean by sedimentation. So this is a muddy water.
Before definition was for sedimentation.
So this is muddy water. Muddy water. It is a before sedimentation. After sedimentation process, you can see the mud is settling down and clear water on the top of it. Okay, Sri Shankar, what do you call for this mud? We use a one single word. What do you call for this settling down heavier substance? One chemical word we use. What is that?
Ma'am, sedimentation process.
No, that is process. I am asking you. We call a single name for this settling down of any substance. What do you call for it?
Sediment.
Yes.
Sediment.
Yes. Yeah. So it is a sediment. Okay. So after sedimentation process, the substance which is settled down, we call it as a sediment. Okay. It's a
Sediment.
chemical word, sediment.
Excuse
Okay,
me, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, sorry, I couldn't write the simple definition that you gave. Can you please show the previous slide?
Shreya, you can study the other one also, no? This is for some students. They are finding difficult. Okay.
Okay.
Screenshot.
It's not compulsory.
And
It's
can
not
you show the condition process?
wait, because someone asked me, that's why I'm showing this. Okay, I'm coming to the condition process. Can I change now?
Bubbles.
Yes,
Pardon?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What are these bubbles?
I didn't get you.
Bubbles.
Bubbles?
Bubbles.
Pebble or bubble?
Ma'am, in the printed notes, it's given like that word.
Which word? Pebble. Is this? Pebble?
Yeah.
Are you talking pebble? Pebbles are that smooth stones what we get inside the sand. You know, some of the stones are very smooth, looking very nice. We can keep it in the we keep it in the aquarium and also make it beautiful.
Gardens also, ma'am.
Gardens. We decorate with white pebbles. White.
Ma'am, it's colorful.
Selena, what are you speaking? I am not able to listen. So all are talking. I cannot listen. What are you saying?
Some marble balls.
Okay, fine. Okay. Everyone mute it now. Fine. So all are talking. Yes.
Ma'am, seminar.
Seminar, I already told you in the beginning after completing the portion. Did I say? Okay. Next. Decantation. Decantation is a process for the mixture of, I think this also I have given in the note, immiscible liquids or of a liquid and a solid mixture. So that is decantation. So it is repeated in the printed note. I don't tell you to write again. Okay. You can just understand.
The same paragraph is there in the notes?
Yes. Decantation is a process for the separation of mixture of immiscible liquids. So as you see, let us go to previous slide. Is the immiscible liquid. Which is the immiscible liquid? Mud or clear water in the sedimentation process? It is the it is the water. Okay. So removing this water is known as decantation. So immiscible
Can you
means
show
that.
the meaning of decantation?
Ma'am, is that water?
Can you show the definition one more time?
Ma'am, is that water has any chemical name?
That's H2O. H2O. So thank you, ma'am.
This decantation process will get on water, no?
No, there is no chemical name. Okay. It's either pure water or impure water. Okay. Or blue color or green color. What else?
Oh,
Who is
ma'am,
this
that mud
Anisha?
has a chemical name. So I thought this also might have a chemical name like that.
No. Muddy water. Oh, you are talking about mud we call sediment. So like that, another name.
Yes.
You will get another name later. Okay. When we come to filtration, I'll teach you what is that. Okay. So decantation is a process. Have you completed all of you? So it is a process for the separation of mixture of immiscible liquids or a liquid and a solid. The previous slide, it is the mixture of liquid and solid. Correct. So that is why it is. Sometimes it can be mixing with the oil and water. So that is the immiscible liquids. You already know oil and water does not mix well. So we can remove the
meaning.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you tell this one more time?
Can you show the meaning?
Clearly, ma'am.
Immiscible means what? That's what I'm asking.
No, not
That's-
invisible, ma'am. This decantation.
Okay. Decantation, if you talk about, this is the process sedimentation. After sedimentation, the mud gets separated. Now, what does we do? We remove the clear water from this. I think you remember what Tanya did in the last class. I made Tanya to separate the turmeric water Okay, so that is decantation. Removing this clear water, that is decantation. Now this is immiscible solid and liquid. Okay, mud is a solid, water is a liquid. So sometimes oil and water, they also do not mix well. So we can remove the oil from the water because oil will float in on the top of the water. So you can remove the oil separately. So sedimentation not only between the solid and the liquid, it also takes place between two liquids. Okay, that's what I tried to say. Clear. Now we are moving on to the next process. What is that? Seventh one.
Can you show the decantation slide once more? I'm writing that.
Some pipe is there to separate it, right?
See, this is in chemistry. Chemistry. This is the, in lab, we use this method. So there is a funnel type device we use in chemistry. And this is something, is a mixture of kerosene oil and water.
Ma'am, can you show the definition of decantation?
Angelina, it is in the printer note. You copy from it, okay?
Okay.
So decantation means, this is another example. In chemistry labs, we will do decantation in higher classes by using this type of a device. This is known as a funnel. Okay. In the funnel, we have a kerosene oil and water is mixed. And kerosene is more lighter than water. So kerosene is accumulating on the top and the water is accumulating down. Did you get that? So in this process, which can be a sediment? It's not a solid, but still you can say one of the substances is sediment. Can you tell me which substance is sediment in this? Kerosene or water?
Kerosene oil.
No.
Water?
Water. Because who is at the top? Who is at the bottom?
Because water is
Who is at the bottom? So sedimentation, the sediment will settle down at the bottom. So in this, water is the sediment. And kerosene oil is the one we remove using the process decantation. Okay. So that is the meaning of it. Clear? Okay. So this is for higher classes, you will do it. And this is another one, same thing. So I think it's clear to you, sedimentation, decantation. Now we are moving to filtration. Okay. So next method, method number 7, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So filtration. What do you mean by filtration? So here there are three different pictures I have shown you. First, we will explain the first picture. This is also a picture which is used in chemistry lab. Okay. So in chemistry lab, we have a special type of device, funnel. Actually, funnel is used to separate the chemical substances in the chemistry lab. So in the first picture, you can see dirty water. Dirty water is pouring into the that funnel, and what does the dirty water will be settling down in the funnel, and you can see the clean water is coming out. So this process,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, this one type of pipe is there in Amazon and all.
Amazon and also that is okay, that we are usually
can buy
uses
it.
in the you can buy it if you want, you can buy it, no
when
problem.
when we take the water and put it to other water, it will be thus fresh, means clean water.
Yes.
That
Okay.
is there.
So this is what we use is a filtering device. Actually, this funnel is behave like a filtering device. So what are you filtering? We are not filtering the sediment. We are filtering the clean water. You can see the sediment. During sedimentation process, so the heavier substances settle down. During filtration, what we do? We collect the heavier substances using some filtering device. And other water, the clear water, we will collect it separately. So this process of separating sediment and as well as the other substance, both the substance, that is known as filtration. The same thing we do at home when you make a tea. What does mother do before giving you tea? What does mother do?
Ma'am, mother take that
they will
Aripa, like that thing.
Sri Shankar, can you mute it? Okay. Cheryl, can you say how does mother filtrate the tea before giving you?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, they use a strainer.
Strainer. And what does mother use the strainer and she collect? What does she collect in that strainer?
Sediment.
Sediment. That is tea leaves sediment. Okay. So sediment she collected, and the clear substance what we can have, that is our tea. So this is another example for filtration. Filtering tea from the mixture. From the mixture of tea powder, we are filtering tea. The same thing we can use for sand and water. Okay, sand water, you can collect the sediment in the filtering device, and water you can separate. So this is known as filtration.
Live straw, yes, right? That
yes.
I was going.
And here also the second picture also is a chemical substance. It is some potassium permanganate mixed with water, and then using a filtering device, we are filtering it. Okay. And similarly, this is third picture also, another method. And here, instead of the funnel, what we use, it is a filter paper. Filter paper is a plain paper, not A4 size sheet paper. Okay, A4 size sheet paper is not the one. You have a thick tissue. It looks like a tissue paper, but it is thicker. It is hard. So that is the chemical filter paper. You can make into a cone shape. You know now, we get ground nut in the paper cones, correct? Even
Yes,
popcorn.
ma'am.
Popcorn, we collect it from in a paper cones. So filter paper, if you don't have this filter funnel here, you can filter it by using a filter paper. Filter paper is little thicker tissue paper, very hard. You can buy it, you can get it from the shops where they sell the, yeah. And they can make into a cone shape, and you can pour what are the things you have to filter it, you have to pour it. Okay, so here we are going to learn one more new word, sediment. Instead of sediment, we call this heavier substance which collected in the filter paper, we call another name in chemistry, solid residue. So in tea water, means tea leaves is the solid residue. So the heavier substance which we filtrate, that is known as solid residue. And the liquid, lighter substance what you get collected, that is known as filtrate. So there are two more words, solid residue, filtrate. So in the case of filtration, instead of saying sediment, what you call residue. So solid residue and the other substance, lighter substance, that is known as filtration. Okay.
Ma'am, can we say liquid residue?
Liquid residue we don't say, because residue actually meant for a solid substance. Okay. That's why we are giving another name, filtrate. Okay. Solid residue and filtrate. Is it clear? Can you repeat the word solid residue?
Solid residue.
Okay. Did you get the word sediment? All of you got the word sediment?
Residue?
Yes, ma'am.
What is solid
Sediment.
residue?
The heavier substance.
Okay, ma'am. Mud or dirt, yeah?
Heavier substance which collects after filtration is known as solid residue, and lighter substance which we collect is known as filtrate. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
One more thing. I use one more word we learn in chemistry. This residue, also known as precipitation. So this is also chemical words, a new chemical word. I think this must be heard in small classes. Precipitation. Okay. So residue, or we call it precipitation. So residue or precipitation. So that heavier material what we collect. Okay.
Ma'am, so we can tell solid precipitation that.
No, we don't say solid precipitation. The precipitation is one word. We can just use that word exactly like that. Okay. Generally, some people, we don't use the word solid actually. In chemistry, usually we call it residue or precipitation. So this is here for understanding. We are just given solid residue because it is like a powder. Okay, that's why. Okay. Similarly, if you burn the paper, after burning the paper, what does it remain? Can you tell me what does
Yeah,
it remain?
The items, remaining items.
Yeah, there is some ashes. Okay. So ash is a residue. So for any chemical reaction, if some kind of a solid like powder, like some substance is remaining, we call it residue. It's a common name in chemistry. Residue or precipitation. Okay. We don't say liquid residue. We don't say liquid residue. We will say filtrate, but for solid substance, we will say a word residue or precipitation. Okay. Yes, Cheryl, are you asking me
So when
something?
it is liquid,
Ma'am,
what will
we
be
can
called?
make this filtration in home itself, right?
Filtrate. Filtrate.
Yes, filtrate.
So liquid we
What
call.
will we call if there's solid?
Mainly we have filter.
Cheryl, I can ask once again.
Ma'am,
What we call?
what will we call the precipitation if it is solid, liquid?
If there are two liquids. No,
Yes, ma'am, like
that is
erosion and
that is we can say that is a filtrate only. Filtrate. Okay. Residue means it is actually is a one type of a substance. Actually, it's a meaning of that. Precipitation, residue. Mainly we use that word for solid things. Okay. So
If the mother makes tea so that solid tea leaves, no, that will be called as solid fluid, and the tea we call the filtrate.
yeah, tea is called as filtrate, and that tea is called as residue. Okay. So what do you mean by the word residue? So for those who want to can write, residue means the heavier substance which gets collected. This is the example of the definition of residue. Those who want to understand, the heavier substance which gets collected after filtration. After filtration is known as residue. Heavier substance such get collected after filtration or a chemical reaction. So since you are not studying any reaction, I am just giving, usually in chemical reaction also we call it as a residue.
Ma'am, I know one small reaction, but I don't know what is going on.
Okay. Next, filtrate.
Hot water.
Yes. Filtrate. The liquid or lighter solution which get collected after filtration. Okay. Residue and filtration.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, so when we put dirty water.
Dirty water, yes.
So wastewater, it will be the
wastewater. The wastewater will be
solid
the
residue.
filtrate water, and the mud or any
solid,
that will be solid or something solid. That will be residue. Okay. But one more, I think I will tell you that in companies we have panchayat water, no? In the cities, towns, the government is giving us water. That we are not using filtration. That process, it's a larger scale. Okay. It's a big dam like thing is cleaning it and then giving you. So that is not filtration. We call it, that is for purification. So that is a something different process. So far we are not discussing that.
And purify, ma'am.
Purify or purification. Actually, for this simple small quantity like sugar, salt or something like that, if we are separating, suppose salt is which is not dissolved in water fully, then we want to remove 1 tumbler of salty water, you want to remove the salt. So that process is filtration. So filtration actually is a small scale process. Actually, for purifying seawater or purifying dirty water for you to drink. If the government is sending you through the pipe, panchayat pipe or something, that is what we call purification process. Okay.
Filtration water.
Yes. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, did you give the definition of filtration?
Filtration in your printer note I have given you. Do you want to write again? So what is filtration? Filtration is the process
Of
separation of separation of two
solid and liquid.
Separation of the two different substances from a mixture. Those who want, you can write. Almost time up. Those who want, just write it, and I'm not writing, just write. Those who want to know what is filtration, you can write in a simple way. It is the process of separation. It is the process of separation of two components from a mixture.
Can you write it?
Oh, children, you want everything to be written?
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Okay. It's the separation of...
Ma'am, is purification and filtration same?
Which one?
Ma'am, is purification and filtration same or different?
Purification, there is a lot of different meaning. Purification means purifying something. Filtration means you are not purifying anything. Correct? You are just separating. Okay, that's why. So the separation of components from a mixture. Bracket, solid plus liquid. Okay, solid plus liquid. So that is the what you call for mixture. So that is known as the filtration, separation of components from a mixture, solid plus liquid. Okay, that is filtration. In filtration, we don't do any type of purification. Okay, but sometimes in you have a I think you have now Kent, then so many aqua purifier, all those. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes we will, then we use the word filtering water, we say. Okay, filtering the water, we say. But actually, but actually that is not the correct word. So filter means only just separating. Purification means we are purifying it. Okay. So from dirty water, we are purifying, and we are getting the dirty water into a clear water. So that is same component we are purifying, and then we are getting in a new form. Filtration is not that. Okay. So try to get that correct meaning of the method. Okay. So all children, there is lot of chemical words we have learned. So when you come on Monday, I am going to give you a dictation. Okay. Dictation of all these words. We have to go 2 more methods. We have to go 2 more methods.
What is the
all these words? Till now, how many words you have learned? Spelling.
Filtrate,
these 9 words.
residue, that.
I will be sending the set of words in the WhatsApp. You study that words and come. That will be more easy for you.
Spellings.
Yeah, yes. Okay,
ma'am.
Okay, bye. So thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful class.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.